What's up, guys? My name is Ted DarkClaw, and with me, as always, is Aaron the Black Knight, and we are the co-owners of helladopetoys.com, where you can get the coolest toys. And it's super easy. And we are also the co-hosts of This Show is Helladope, which you are watching right now. Aaron, I feel like I need to ask first, are you on mute?
I was, but then I unmuted it.
How the hell are you doing, man?
Man, pretty good. This I said very odd. I normally don't work on Sundays, so I had to work this morning, and had to rush and eat dinner, and then be here. So, but I'm here. I'm here on time. I'm early.
You were on time. I'm very proud of you. Actually, I didn't think you were gonna do it. Honestly, I was like, well, man, Aaron's gonna end up being late, and then what if something happens to our esteemed guest, and then I have to do this thing solo? Nobody wants to watch that.
No, they don't.
Nobody wants to watch that at all.
I've seen the analytics.
We're
good.
That's funny. Cool. So I want to go over one thing real quick before we get started. And first of all, I was watching Highly Articulated earlier today, and Brick Something was kind of holding his microphone like this, and I kind of dug that, and I think I'm gonna jack it from him.
I mean, Brick, he's a trendsetter, man. You know, he
really is.
I envy. He always got all the cool looks when he's modeling his toys. I mean, come on.
Now this might be my new move, bro.
I mean, if this mic wasn't so dang heavy, I'd do the same. Yeah, bro.
Let's do this. Yo, let's do this, bro. Let's just do the whole show. Lean back.
Yeah, get our Fat Joe.
Yeah, get the Rockaway in. Cool. So. I guess we have a guest today because we're on the quest for PowerCon, man. We're climbing that mountain 5-ish weeks away, right? Am I doing math right?
No, dude, we're like a month away.
A little over a month, like 32 days, something like that.
Something like that.
And then we get to hang out at PowerCon and see all the people in the chat. Super excited. Yeah. Super excited for PowerCon. We are not ready, by the way. If you're wondering, Hello Dope Toys, are you ready for PowerCon? No.
Nope. Not even close.
we are very much going to last minute this.
So that's when we do our best work.
So, we met our guest for the very first time at PowerCon last year. And, he had this giant freaking booth, huge, just full of these mostly unpainted action figures that we got to play with, and that caught your eye.
Oh, it did.
And you were like, ooh, what is this? And then we've told the story of how we started our business, but this oh yeah, see, mine are over here and I didn't grab them because I'm dumb.
Yeah, I gotta try to get the other head scope on, but
it takes a little work, but you can do it. I swear I meant to tell you that, by the way. Thanks. But yeah, no, we met this guy, and when we started our business, this is really where it started. And it's been a long time coming, getting him on, mostly because we suck at what we do. But I would like to quit slow rolling it, and let's introduce our man, as soon as I can find my mouse, the man who is behind all those AWOC figures that you love so much, Jason Bienvenu. Welcome, sir. Oh God!
No. Here we go.
Back.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
There he is. Okay. All right. Are you lagged now? Are you good now?
I'm good. As far as I can tell, I'm okay. You guys let me know if it's choppy.
No, you're cool. You just froze up for a second, and I was like, we were doing so good.
I know. I know. So I noticed whenever I turned the lighting up a little bit more, it started to lag a little bit. So then I lowered the lighting. I don't know if it actually has anything to do with it, but I figure, my voice is a lot more important than looking at my stupid face. So
yeah, no one wants to see our face either. So
yeah.
Well,
as long as you guys can hear me, that's what's really important.
I love your stupid face, and man, you have a lot to talk about tonight, and we're gonna
oh my
get
gosh,
into that here real soon. But first, my watch says timer just went off. I am supposed to ask this man here, right here, Mr. Black Knight, Hold on, let me do the brick. What is it that you're sipping on?
Hold on. Let
You're not
me
even
move.
ready.
I gotta move my head
Thane
sculpt
again.
Gotta move my head sculpts over here. Hey, Thane is cool, by the way. Hold on, let me get all back in here and get comfortable. Yeah. So today I'm sipping on the Queen of Carbs, Bud Light, because I don't care what anybody says, I'll still buy it. And then just in case when that runs out, I got the other side piece in the pint can.
Damn, you're mixing all the beers that'll make you gay or something.
That's what I do. Next thing you know, I'm gonna wear makeup on stream, have a little dress.
Oh, that's cute. I would like that, actually.
Yeah, I'll do that on next show.
Excellent. Perfect. Bobby will love that.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so Mr. DarkClaw, Thane here, we were talking earlier. He's like, hey man, I need to know what your dude be drinking. So what you sipping on?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, in the trusty Helladope mug, as I rock the Helladope hat. Don't worry, Jason, we got you.
Yeah, I want a shirt.
Jason,
I want all the stuff. I want the socks
Jason.
And the underwear.
I'll take a hat or a mug, just whatever. Give me something.
We got you. We got you a PowerCon. Already done.
Awesome.
But in this trusty Helladope mug, I am actually sipping on some water. And I will come back to that in a second because, always got the side piece here. We have the Miller Lite. But for tonight, hold on, I'm going to do the brick thing again. For tonight, we are limiting Mr. Ted DarkClaw to 1 Miller Lite for multiple reasons. One is I have to watch these replays, and I find myself to be quite cringy after like 5 of these. 2, I have to get up early in the morning. 3, I am a fat whale, and I'm trying to go to PowerCon, and I don't want everyone to be like, oh, Ted DarkClaw, why is your fucking gut so big, man? I'm like, well, do y'all see how many beers I drink on the show? I'm going to stop doing this, I swear. So we are just having 1 Miller Lite tonight, and we are enjoying the festivities of Kroger water.
It's 1 beer for now. Then I'll turn it into 3, and then
we're not doing a 3-hour stream tonight.
I hope not.
We are not doing that. So I guess we have to ask our esteemed guest here, Mr. Awok, what are you sipping on?
I am I'm sipping on just a little bit of coffee. I forgot to take my afternoon nap, so this will help me stay up a little bit later.
Help you deal with us. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
All right. Well, Aaron, it is time to say hello to the chat. And it was popping before we got here.
It was. I was actually shocked when
Cat's going crazy off camera.
That's all right. My dog eventually is going to start barking and running across the floor. So,
well, what's the chat got to say tonight?
They got lots of things to say. First and foremost, Mr. Jim Largo from Largo's Lair. Greetings and salutations, my friend. If you're not following this man, he took a little bit of a hiatus. He's going to start making his comeback. I need more of my action figure lore from Action Force. So please, I need more. Bring it to me. So he's back. If he's not back, well, he's back, and I'm telling you, he's back. So it's cool. We got figuratively speaking, wanted to show the support, leave a like, and a hello to the Helladopes. But he'll be back. He'll be back. Don't worry. Oh,
he'll be back, guys. It's fine.
Oh no, he's okay. He's here.
He's here. It's fine, guys.
It's all good. He came back.
He came back. That's a first, right?
Yeah. Hey, we'll be back. Not.
No.
The one and only Wrenchnato.
Wrenchnato
in the house, Mr. Wrenchnato. Thank you. Who else we got? Thanos Copter is here.
Thanos, always great to see you, sir.
The one and only Realm of Toys, aka Frank. Did we lose Jason?
No, he's going to be back. It's fine. He promised.
He promised. Okay.
He's going to turn out another light. It's fine.
Jason, turn off all the lights in your house.
It's fine. Jason will be back, and we'll bring him back in.
Yes, turn all the lights off. What we got over here? 13th Prince. Hello. Miss Bethany. Soon to lose that last name.
Mrs. Blacknight.
Yes.
He's back. See, I told you he'd come back.
Of course. You got to turn off all your lights. You don't need lights.
Turn off all the lights.
Yeah, I'm just worried. I'm on pins and needles, worried that it's just gonna crap out again.
Turn off the refrigerator. Turn off the oven.
Yeah,
you don't need it. Power is useless.
I know.
It's
ridiculous.
The one and only, it's Chad.
It's Chad, and I want to give a shout out to Chad because originally he was slated to be here with us tonight, and he had some life issues that he is dealing with, and we are going to bring him back as soon as he is ready to join us. So, Chad, thank you for taking some time and joining us in here tonight.
Absolutely, man. Hope all is well. Flatface 44, how you doing? What's up? Once again, Frank, Jason is the man. You've got a following here, man. They are loving the AWOCs, and they're gonna shower you with all the praise today.
Well, I really appreciate it, and I hope we can continue to make a bunch of awesome toys. We're working on some stuff behind the scenes that I think people, if we can make it happen, they're going to be freaking out soon. So see what happens.
I mean, I already freaked out the first time. I don't know if my body can handle more freak out.
I'm in the nude from the bottom down.
I mean,
I'm wearing a shirt.
We're all in the nude from the bottom down.
That's why Laser Pants tunes into this show. That's
right.
The only reason. It's like, my people.
Oh man,
it's too hot to be wearing pants down here. It's too ridiculous.
Hey man, if I could not wear a shirt, I would.
See, I have the problem. We're down here. It is.
All the cats are coming, hang out. Come on, kitty cat. Come on, hurry up. There you go. All right.
Dude.
Man, it's crazy. They're so. It's like they just need attention so bad. I'm like, give me a break. They're all curious because they can hear other people talking. All right, hurry up and lay down. Come on, hurry up.
I feel like
messages in this chat, I swear, are almost priceless. I'm just gonna put them all up because I'm entertained by them now. He also says it looks like Jason should be telling someone it puts the lotion on.
Put the lotion in the basket, or else it gets the hose again.
Professional.
Yes, very. Hold on, here's another one. Jason's glasses are so thick that he can see into the future.
So
that's how I'll make all this stuff happen.
Be sure to buy Laser Pants' new book. It's not Yo Mama jokes. It's Yo Jason jokes. It will be out later this month.
Well, while we're at it, highly articulated.
Oh, the cat scratched me. Damn it. Get out of here then. Go. Okay. Jesus.
Okay. Maybe we should be wearing pants during the show. I don't know.
Highly articulated also asks, are your lights on Wi-Fi?
The cats are going insane. I apologize. Adam, whenever I turn the lights up, I think that it sucked up some of the bandwidth or something because it started really getting laggy after that. So then I dimmed them again.
All right. That's where we're at.
Sorry, I almost did a spit take.
No, it's gonna happen.
You see the cat like the cat ran across and knocked over the little thing the stand that I have this on. I don't know what they're doing. We set up an air mattress. My child had a sleepover last week, and I just didn't take the air mattress down. So in the living room, there's an air mattress, and the cats are running around, jumping on the air mattress, and running in circles around behind me. It's just ridiculous. It's awesome, but it's ridiculous.
Frank's like the cat is a gangster.
All right, is that it for the chat, or
yeah, we're good.
We're going to come back to you, chat. Don't worry. So keep blowing it up. And if you have any questions for Jason in regards to him, his cats, or his toy line, or his comic books, put them in the chat. So, Jason, once we get the basic, what you're sipping on out of the way, we like to ask everybody what their origin story is. And we're curious how you go from just a guy on the street to now a toy creator. You have your own hot toy line. You have a comic book line out. What is the story? How did you get from point A to point B?
Yep. That's how. Mm-hmm.
So I basically got like a really safe job out of college. I made a decent money, but I just found it to be like just really not fulfilling. So I decided I wanted to do something a little bit more creative and kind of get, kind of scratch that creative itch that I had. So I noticed that around the time that I was wanting to do this, there was a game called Castle Crashers on Xbox. And it was just an indie game, these guys just got together and made this cool little fun game that was on Xbox. So I did a whole bunch of sprite animation and background animation and everything. And I couldn't find anyone to do the actual programming for it. So then I thought to myself, well, what's the next thing that I could do? And I came to the decision to do a comic book. I mean, all it took was, me drawing and a little bit of time. So I did the comic. And whenever I was doing the comic, I thought, these characters would be kind of fun to be toys one day. So whenever I came up with the characters, I anticipated them becoming toys. And after the Kickstarter for the comic came out, we did a Kickstarter for the toys. And then it was just kind of off to the races after that. The smaller figures weren't really very profitable. So they would essentially just kind of like pay for their production run and then a little bit towards the next wave. So we didn't really start to get profitable until we did the 6-inch scale, the Primal series. And I mean, that blew my expectations out of the water. We, before we launched it, I asked our project manager, like,
Jason's just taking a word from his sponsor. It is fine. He'll be right back. Well, hey, so look, we're laughing about this, and no, it's too close. We're laughing about this because we understand that Jason has issues with his internet, and by no means are we trying to give him shit or anything like that.
No, Laser Pants is doing that for us.
Yeah, Laser Pants is doing that for us. Yes. We'll talk later. So Jason will be back with us shortly. Oh my goodness. I
was about to pull up the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Jason is struggling with internet, and we understand that, and he is back now to finish his story. It's all right, man. We're not stressed about it. We got time. Are you good now? Can you hear us?
For some reason, I can't hear you guys. I mean, I could barely hear you. So where did I cut out? Like, how much did you guys hear?
You were talking about the 6-inch figures making the business profitable.
Yeah. So I asked our project manager, what's the maximum amount of stuff that we could unlock during the Kickstarter and not have the factory, pulling their hair out and extending the delivery date, like by something that's just unreasonable, So they gave me a quote and told me what we could max out. And we unlocked every single thing that I imagined we would do, that I hoped that we would do during the campaign. So I was like, wow, that's cool. We did everything on my slate of like, dream scenario. And before we launched the Kickstarter, the project manager gave us a time frame for just the 6 figures, right? And so we got just the 6 figures. Then we got 5 weapon sets, 3 headsets or 3 head packs, a deluxe figure, 4 more primal figures, and 5 more basic figures. So it understandably like stretched out our production time. I think it doubled our time, and considering that we were like just kind of emerging from the like clusterfuck of COVID, it really threw a wrench in the gears of production and making material readily available. And that doesn't even like count shipping on cargo ships at the time was insane because medical supplies got priority, and then they had big giant companies that were like, outbidding smaller companies and even bidding with themselves to get those containers. So all of that kind of factored in and stretched out the production and delivery time for essentially this big giant wave of figures that came in.
So now everything's up and running. You're good and smooth sailing, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So what's so nice about it is, we've got such a good parts catalog that we essentially had wave 3 already planned out while we were doing production of wave 2 and 3. And then we did wave 4 as a mix of new parts and shared parts. So we're almost doing a dual production run of those 2 at the same time, just because we've got so many of the parts already made, and I sent paint samples off so long ago that we feel like we finally like are hitting a really good stride where we should have, fingers crossed, we should have a case of each character for wave 3 at PowerCon. We'll be showing off wave 3 and 4 in addition to wave 1 and 2 at San Diego Comic-Con at the Diamond Distribution booth. So if anyone's going to San Diego Comic-Con, make sure you pass by the Diamond booth, and I'd love to see photos of it. I'm not going to be there personally, but I'll probably be there next year and showing off some other goodies that we're working on in the background.
So I'm curious, why is PowerCon a show that you want to be part of? I know you were there last year. I don't know if that was your first year or not. But
yeah, that was my first year. So, the line is a fantasy line, and the AWOC sandbox has a bunch of fantasy and sci-fi and just a lot of fun mixed into it. And that convention focusing on fantasy was very appealing to me. I also enjoyed that it was in the Ohio area, which there seems to be a really great toy community in that part of the country. So those factored in and were really appealing as far as like what was exciting about PowerCon, and also seeing the cool toy companies that are attending. I mean, I'm a toy fan and collector myself, and plus I'd never been to Columbus, so why not?
So you were at Joe Fest, also known as Valicon, and based off of your experience there, so was that the first like big show that you had figures at? I assume you had done some smaller stuff, but was that the first time?
That was the first ever convention that I've done with Primal figures in hand, and it was so exciting to like actually, instead of just showing off like very nice 3D prints that look like toys, to like have the toys, we had them loose that way we like people could play with them and pose them and stuff. And we had, at the time, we just had wave 1 there, so for sale, but we did have wave 2 there for people to kind of look over and play with and stuff. And we actually had wave 4 there and 3 there so that people could kind of play with those figures and see what to expect in the coming months. But it was our first ever show with product, and we came there with 12 cases of figures, and we left with, I think we had like 2.5 cases. So I was extremely happy for, going to like a very military toy style convention and doing that well at that show. It was exciting and a relief at the same time.
So what are your expectations for PowerCon based off of Joe Fest? Like, do you think it's going to be bigger? Or are you bringing the same amount? Or are you like, yo, I need to bring more?
So we're going to say again, I'm sorry.
Like, what are your expectations for PowerCon? Like, are you going to bring more product than Joe Fest? Do you expect a bigger boom, or are you kind of just expecting the same crowd?
So we had 40 of each character, and that was only six characters. So we're gonna do 40 of each character again, but we'll have all of wave 1 and 2, and the basic figures, the weapon sets, the headsets. And then we'll have one case each of what's it called? Of wave 3. So if for some reason, if we're like almost sold out on the first day or something, we might just overnight one refresher case or something like that, So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm expecting it to do really well. I think we'll easily sell out of everything, So we'll see how it goes.
I want to tell you right now, I mean, there's a lot of people here in Ohio that are loving, now that they know what it is. You're going to sell out of wave 3 within a couple hours.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. So you might as well go ahead, pack up some more, get them ready to go.
Oh, wow.
I'll keep them at my house. They'll be safe. I promise.
Yeah, just ship them to us. It's fine.
Yeah.
We won't open them.
Okay. So like, so wave, how far away are y'all?
I'm 15 minutes away from the convention center.
From PowerCon?
15 minutes.
And I wish I could hear y'all.
15 minutes. A quarter of an hour.
15 minutes? Are you serious? That's super close. Yeah. I might actually take you up on that. I wish I could figure out how to turn it up, like, because I'm almost reading you guys' lips. I could hear great before the cat went total freaking crazy, goofy cat.
Yeah,
not you, the other one.
Laser Pants was trying to warn you there was a pussy behind you earlier.
Yeah. Can y'all see? Y'all can't see the cat, huh?
No, we can see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
This is one cat. Oh. We've got 4 cats and 2 dogs. So yeah, they're selling like crazy. Like, I was kind of joking, with wave 1, I was doing almost all the fulfillment myself, and that was difficult. But like when wave 2 came in, we essentially tripled our product. And so like now it was just totally, it wasn't feasible for me to do by myself. So we have like 2 full-time fulfillment people that are awesome, and they're helping out. And I was kind of joking because, they're selling like crazy. And so it's almost like we're always like 3 to 4 days behind, because we can't keep up with the demand. And I felt like we were like starting to like, we were about like 2 days behind before we did our 4th of July sale. And it was like, then it went from like 2 days behind to like 9 days behind. So I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill me.
I mean, that's how we were. So, like, it was back to back. So like we got our Valorverse came in on like Thursday.
Right.
2 days later,
yeah,
wave 2 came in, and we're like, oh my God, all these orders just started flooding in. So no, we get that.
It's the perfect storm.
And then poor Ted, he's up till the wee hours of the morning because they all went to him. I just key in stuff, so that's my job.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
I do want to talk, and I'm going to try to be loud. I apologize to the chat or anybody that's listening. I just want to make sure Jason can hear us. I do want to talk about your struggles with the USPS, because you have made posts about how you're having a hard time getting them to pick stuff up, and we do pickups as well. And one of my biggest fears is like what happens when we have so much stuff and they won't come pick it up. So can you kind of talk to us about the struggles with the post office that you've had with?
So I don't want to say the post office, because 99% of the post office people that I've dealt with are awesome. Like, one of my friends called and he works for the post office. Well, actually, several friends reached out who work for the post office to try to help and get it resolved. Our mail lady is, I want to say she's overwhelmed, or I want to try to give her the benefit of the doubt, but we would say stuff like, I tried bribing her with Popeyes and Cane's gift cards, and I tried telling her like, hey, listen, we'll load up the car for you. We'll load up the truck for you. You can't wait 3 days to pick up stuff. I would schedule pickups every day, and it would be like 3 days. And I was like, listen, you missing 1 day becomes a giant problem for you, because now you went from like 150 orders to pick up, and now you have 400 orders to pick up. So there's no way it's going to fit in your car, So now you have to bring the big truck to come and do it. But one of my friends called me, who works at the post office, and he was like, I'm going to call the postmaster. And she called me. She was super awesome. And we haven't had a problem since then. They've been picking up every single day since then. So I'm guessing some sort of understanding was reached after that. I will say that UPS is awesome. They pick up every day. Right. Sometimes they'll pick up twice a day, just depending on how much stuff we have. Y'all know what size the UPS truck is, and like sometimes we'll fill it up in a day. So they've been kicking ass. The post office seems like they're finally, and I want to stress, the post office is doing great. It's not them. It's just our particular driver is just not, it's very challenging for them to take on this many orders, So it's an interesting situation where it's like, we're getting so many orders that it's like the mail person hates us.
I understand.
I know that feeling. Yeah. Because again, that is a concern that we have, because again, it's just we run a small business, and sometimes some people blow us up, and then we have a huge spike, or sometimes we have pre-orders because of Valaverse or Spero. Right. People want their AWOCs, and suddenly we're packing 30, 40 orders to ship out, and then that becomes a challenge. So I'm just always curious how the actual real distributors do that, something to keep in the head. So she didn't, there was one time where she didn't pick up for 4 days, and we rented a big U-Haul, and we had to bring like two truckloads of packages, because we were like just burying ourselves in there. And like, we've got a shipping bay, and the UPS stuff has to go somewhere too, so it's like it got to the point where it's like spilling into like other postal services. But yeah, this is what we prayed for, right? To be like so in demand that we're like having trouble getting it all out the door. So it's a growing pains type of thing, but we'll get it figured out, So it is stressful, but at the end of the day, it's like, this is what we wanted. We wanted the Cabbage Patch or the Tickle Me Elmo scenario where people are just like, I gotta have it right now. Where is it? I want it.
Oh yeah.
That is exactly what my wife says to me every time. Like, I have to go, like, I'm just like, I got like 50 orders to pack. She goes, this is what you wanted. And I'm just like, hey.
Right? No, it's true. It's just remind yourself that whenever you're like, like, this is stressful, but like, this is what we want, you know? I was telling one of my friends that we never fully integrated into Amazon, but we were integrated into eBay, and the apps that we used got discontinued it feels like it got just discontinued for like at least a year, you know, and then all of a sudden they popped up where you could reintegrate. And I thought, well, I'll do eBay first, and then once I feel good about that, then we'll integrate into Amazon, because the expectation for Amazon is way different. I think we're all spoiled for the standard that Amazon's established, you know. When I order toys off of Amazon, I don't really check. They just show up. But like if I order like, you know, like toothpaste or something like that, I'm like, why isn't it here yesterday, you know?
Where is my shipping notification?
So like my expectations for toys are different on Amazon than they are for something like a household product or something. We order a lot of products, a lot of our shipping stuff like directly through Uline.
Yep.
But you know, I have Amazon Prime, and so like the other day I ordered we have crafting tape is what we seal our boxes with, and sometimes we'll run low on water, and so I got some little sponge like craft, you know, specifically for craft tape on Amazon, and I'm like, why isn't it here? You know, ordered it like 2 days ago. So
I want to pull up a question that Ted just starred, and I think you'll be able to answer. Sorry. Art wants to know how many AWOC PowerCon exclusives will be at the con, and do you feel that if they will sell out in day one?
I mean, honestly, if they don't sell out day one, I'll be very surprised. The last time I talked to Val, there's less than 100 there. There's less than 100 left. From what I understand, the entire stock of PowerCons will be on hand. So if I don't think it's any more expensive to just order it online and secure your order, you know, as opposed to like if you're nervous about it, I would just order it online now and kind of have a little bit of peace of mind. I wouldn't wait is the best thing I could say.
Yeah, I'll also say if you're not going to the show, there is an option for non-attendees that you can purchase your exclusives, and they will ship them out, I believe, after the con is over. So that is an option if you're not going to be there.
And I know we have a few more questions in the chat. We have quite a bit in the chat, so we'll take a quick chat break and see what people are saying to Jason, and then we'll go back to some more PowerCon questions.
Cool. All right. First one. Mr. Wonderful says, "Hey Jason, love the line. Looking forward to meeting you at PowerCon." Which, by the way, where are you? Like, what booth number are you? Do you know?
You know what? I don't think I'm looking forward to meeting everyone there. Y'all, please stop by the booth. We're gonna have a really fun photo op prop that's there. I don't want to say what it is, but if you like Thane and cosplay stuff, you should definitely stop by the booth and take a photo with that particular item. I don't think that the booth numbers are locked in yet. So as soon as I find out, I'll let you guys know.
And before we move on in the chat, I want to give Mr. Wonderful a shout out. Hexastack goes live on Kickstarter tomorrow.
Yes.
That is something Aaron and I will both be back in later this week. So if you have seen Travis, he has been on just about every toy YouTube show there.
Oh, those are cool. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
He has plenty more coming, so be sure to show love to Hexastack tomorrow, and let's get this project funded.
I'm looking at all of Laser Pants' like responses in the chat. I'm dying over here. Like this one. He says, as soon as it loads, because my computer takes forever. There's absolutely no delay. Jason's just thinking really hard.
I'm trying to read my cue cards. It's like dark as hell in here.
We also got Junkie on in here. He says, "Hey guys, it's Jason. Woohoo!" So people are excited to see you, man. Like, especially, you're holding a pretty solid connection right now. I don't want to jinx it. Knocking on some wood in here.
I don't have any wood.
I feel so bad about the internet connection. It's So my morning is like, usually I'll go to like the local coffee house and I'll just like queue up, like we get, whatever orders we get the night before, get those all made into PDF and then send that to the UPS store, pick up those pack labels. Then we go pack orders. And then after that, I'll come home and I'll sort out those labels. So the internet is just insane.
What else? Also, Junkie on is we're gonna start a GoFundMe for you. We're gonna run some sweet internet to your house.
The GoFundMe is not an issue. It's figuring out. I have to try to find some sort of third party installation where they'll dig the trench, run the cable and everything.
Oh, that's what the GoFundMe is for. We're just gonna do it ourselves.
Oh yeah, I mean, if y'all want to hire like some sort of private investigator or something, that'll work. Like it's amazing how hard it is to track down someone that you want to like pay to give a service.
I understand.
But while we do have good internet, anyone that's planning on going to PowerCon, definitely pass by the booth. You'll be able to purchase waves 1, 2, 3. You'll get to play with and see wave 4. You'll get to see really pretty 3D painted mock-ups of wave 6. And we'll have some really cool diorama stuff to show off. So it should be a really fun show. We're really looking forward to it.
Yes, buy all of his stuff, so then you have to come to us and buy the rest.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
Yeah, there you go. See, that works out.
Make Jason sell out, and then you have no choice but to come to us. Yeah, that's our business model.
Exactly. Cobweb Collector, hey and hello, good to see you, man. Art also says you're only going to PowerCon because you want to hang out with us. It's fine.
That's what it is.
We understand. We're kind of a big deal now,
Yeah. We don't have egos or anything, but
no, not at all.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's 18 people watching now, so hot stuff.
we are the shit now.
Those 18 people will tell 18 people, okay?
That's the plan. So then when we're hitting them 30s, man,
the AI shared across. He read. Yeah. That's Adam. He read the comic. Let me see. I can't read this. The text is too small for me to make out. Let's see.
It says, "Is the AI shared across all the arcs, or does
each ship has its own AI?" Yeah, okay. each ship has its own AI. So it's almost like, think about them as their own personality.
That's interesting because Adam and Brick were live tonight, and I know Star had a lot of questions for them. And I actually think, even though they're some of the top experts in the AWOC comic field, even they were kind of struggling with some of.
I love their breakdowns of the comic issues. I was telling Adam, it's so fun to watch you guys like nail some of the like subtle exposition and little hints that we're sprinkling into the story. And then also kind of like go off and make different assumptions that aren't in my head canon. And I was telling Adam that's what I want. Like, everyone wants to know what's in the suitcase from Pulp Fiction. And that's what makes it so interesting. Cause like your answer's right, but my answer's right. And, the viewer gets to fill in those blanks and make their own backstories. So I feel like that's really important with the kind of storytelling that I want to do.
So is anything from their show that you've watched like maybe pop in your head like, oh, I didn't think about that. Maybe I can intertwine that somewhere in future lines?
So like I have the story very well mapped out. And all of the characters are very well fleshed out. So whenever I throw situations in front of the characters, I know how they're going to react. So I just have to, or I say but Utoma and I just have to, put it down on paper. Is that kind of what you were asking? Or
Yeah,
does he ever suggest like ideas that I'm like, oh, I'm going to use that idea?
Yeah, basically like that. Like, it's something, you're watching a show, he said something that you may have never thought about, or you may have thought about, but you were waiting for like maybe someone else to kind of like confirm what you thought in your head that it's a really good idea to do.
No, like I have a very solid idea of where the story is going. Right now it's very much an A and B story where it's like, the good guy team, the good guys are building their team and the bad guys, have their mission and they're kind of bouncing off of each other. The A and B story is, intertwining and mixing with each other. In the second story arc, it'll turn into like an A, B, and A, B, and a C story, and then kind of start sprinkling in a D story towards the end of that story arc.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the third story arc, they'll all finally all those webs will kind of like converge into one storyline that they're all interacting with at the same time. Okay. So in order to kind of make something complex like that happen, I've got to figure out all the little odds and ends and have a really good understanding of where it's going to go.
Got it. I want to throw up one thing real quick. Mr. Unboxing Art says, oops, that's Laser Pants' post. Unboxing Art says, I suck and I need to read the comics. And Unboxing Art, I say to you, you missed out on the 4th of July sale where everything.
So we're going to do,
discounted.
So we're doing digital versions of the comics right now. We did the physical versions for the Kickstarter as a nice little sneak peek for people, and we've submitted to several publishers, and we haven't decided who we're going to go with, who the best fit's going to be. But once we decide on that, those comics will be readily available in the comic shops. They'll be listed in Diamond, and hopefully they'll be on Amazon and stuff like that, and just readily available. You can go and get the physical comics with monthly release dates.
So Ted, basically what Jason is saying is we need to go ahead and get the deal done with Diamond.
Yes, we should probably do that. I will do that Tuesday.
They've been great. Everything's going. It's really busy with San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner. But I would definitely reach out to them and get on their radar.
We kind of tickled their fancy once, but we kind of let it simmer, and we're kind of like all focused right now to getting to PowerCon, getting that done, and then we can re-look at some things, because like I said, totally. The last month and a half has been very, very hella dope for us.
That's awesome. That's what you want. That's what we want, right?
Well, I'm trying to quit my job, so then I don't have to worry about it. But until then, yes. There is one more question in the chat that I want to bring up for you, Jason, that they're asking, and then we can get back into Ted's questions for you. Travis wants to know, is there any correlation between Pale and his cloning from Final Fantasy VII?
You know what? I've never really played Final Fantasy VII. I know it was like the quintessential Final Fantasy, and like I know who Cloud is, but I don't really know anything about Final Fantasy. I know it's an RPG. The first RPG I ever played was Mass Effect 1, so I wasn't really familiar with any of that. But here's the thing: is we are telling the hero's journey with our specific characters, so it's a familiar tale. and in the fantasy genre, and we're plugging in our specific characters and seeing how they react to that, to those situations, you know. So
the show is yours, sir.
Just real quick, I want to give a shout out to Master Versal Toy Hunter
I'll
who's
say
in the
Eldor
chat.
else, man.
Eldor, love that man. Good to see you here. So Jason, for Joe Fest, you had brought Jeremy Jernigan and Kato from Kato's Collection along with you as support. Are you bringing an entourage for PowerCon?
So for PowerCon, we're gonna have Eddie Salvatore, who he'll be signing his homage figure, which is the Vero Atlas figure. So if you want to get that autographed, he'll be there doing that. Kato from Kato Collectibles will be there. He was with us with Joe Fest, and our fulfillment manager Derek Chandler will be there as well, and then me too. But you know, I don't know how exciting that's going to be. But so we'll have a 4-person crew there. I have a feeling we're going to need it, and just in order to just to kind of make the checkout nice and smooth. We've got like a nice little iPad checkout thing and a little card reader and everything. So if you want to do your card, you can do that or cash. Before I forget, I keep seeing Adam pop in, and Adam's been nice enough, and awesome enough, I should say, to take over our customer support emails, and he's been organizing all the international orders or any of the orders that were like missing items, or maybe they had a change of address, or they just wanted an update on the order. He is compiling all of those into a spreadsheet so that I can go through, and my goal is to basically go through, get 30 of those knocked out a day until everything's taken care of. And then, our goal is to try to keep it, under 50 issues at one time. Right now it's a little over 100. And that mostly consists of the international orders. Whenever we did fulfillment for Wave 2, to put it in perspective, it took me like a month and some change to get Wave 1 out. The crew got it done and got Wave 2 done in, I want to say maybe a week and a half. But one of the bins that had, I was personally supposed to do got processed, and that was for international stuff. The international stuff was supposed to get waves 1 and 2. So they only got waves 2. So we're just kind of going through and making sure all those international orders have all their wave 1 stuff fulfilled. In some cases, it might be, an order might be every character from wave 1. It might be literally just one character from wave 1, but we still have to go through it. So it's something that takes a little bit of time. So we appreciate people, bearing with us while we do that. So we'll get it knocked out ASAP.
I want to bring this up real quick. 13th Prince Lexion was part of Wave 2, and it is available. We are currently sold out. But I believe, Jason, you still have some available on your site?
We do have some available. They can order it. They can order it on the website. They can get it at if they want it now, they can order it on the website. They can pre-order it from Diamond. They can order it now from you guys. Unless, did you say you were sold out?
Yeah,
we're gonna have to fix that.
We're gonna have conversations later. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get you guys, and that's another thing. So we get a bunch of orders from customers every day, but we're getting vendors. We'll do vendor orders, maybe 4 first-time vendor orders, maybe in a week or something, or every 2 weeks we'll do 4 brand new vendor orders. But we're doing a lot of refresh too, which is exciting because it means that those vendors are selling through their product that they already have. I want to say, so we did a brand new vendor on the 4th, and they literally reordered yesterday. So I was happy about that. I was like, okay, cool. They're selling well. They're not depending on how much they order, if they're going to order like 10 of each, I would expect that to, take a little bit longer to sell through. But, like the standard sample order is about 5 of each character. So it just depends on what they order and how many people around the area know about them.
Yeah, no, so we don't hold anything back from our people. We're pretty open about our business. But when you sent us the spread, the invoice, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, are we gonna sell all of this? So then it came, everything got inspected, and then we let the masses know that they're here.
Right.
Ding, 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 all weekend. Like, it was gone. Like, I am no longer going to worry now because
right.
You've created
excuse me, wave 3 is an army builder wave. So we're expecting people to order multiples of those. I'm really excited about. We have like 2 really cool dios that we're going to have at the show. Mm-hmm. So it'll be the first show that we have dios that can like kind of show off army building stuff and product that you can just buy. So they'll see it and they'll be like, oh, cool, those are the army builders. I'll take 4 of those each, Mm-hmm. And we have 2 army builders already with wave 1, and then we're reintroducing a full wave of army builders in wave 3. So it'll really give the people one of the last opportunities to like really army build stuff for a couple of waves. There'll be just 2 waves with no army builders in it, and then they'll get 1 brand new additional army builder, which is the lizard warrior is an army builder. So they'll be able to army build that character.
Hey, I want to answer the 13th Prince's question real quick because he's asking about the Lexion. I believe it sounds like he ordered it through Spero Toys. So the 13th Prince, I believe the new email address is help@sperotoys.com. Is that correct, Jason?
Yeah, please. If it's an order that was like a little bit older, we imported over 2,000 orders for wave 2 from the Kickstarter. So if someone ordered like right before that, or like, even like a week before that, the order might have gotten buried. So if you haven't gotten yours, please email help@sperotoys so that we can put you on the spreadsheet. That's only 1 figure. So that should go out, if you email it to us tonight, it will probably go out on Tuesday. So it's a 1 figure that you're missing. So please reach out so that we can get that out to you.
Adam from Highly Articulated is managing that email address, and he's volunteering his time to make sure that his fellow collectors are taken care of. So I am quite positive that if you send an email, you're going to get a good, quick response and the best turnaround that Adam and Jason can provide you guys. So make sure you send those emails and legit stuff. Don't just email him to say hi, Adam. He ain't got time for that. All right, where were we?
Largo seems like he'd be very excited for some lizards to be coming from Spero Toys. So once those are available, I think he's going to order like 60.
I want y'all to take some. I want a whole bunch of pictures of that lizard figure on at PowerCon so that we can spread the word out on that bad boy. It's the second figure that's going to have an opening and closing mouth. The first one is the hyena warrior from wave 4. So yeah, it's really cool to have our second figure. It's not out yet, of course. The first one's not out, but we've already got 2 that are ready to go into production that have that opening mouth. So it's one of those things that I kind of wanted to like check off on my wish list.
Yes, Largo. I am indeed bringing sexy back. It starts at PowerCon.
Mm-hmm.
Just had to throw that out there real quick. But yeah, no. I forgot. I was mentioning something. Anyway, not important. So I wanted to ask you a little more about Wave 3, as the anticipation is coming quite rapidly. And it's like you said, you will have some available at PowerCon. Can you kind of dibble and dabble with the people and kind of give them a little backstory on what we're getting here?
So for Wave 3, we'll be getting it's a full army builder wave. So you'll have the Feralist Stalker, which is the cats, the kind of the backbone of their army. They'll function as troops, peacekeepers, and they're just like, security. They're almost like the I don't want to say the stormtroopers, so but they really make up the backbone of the Feralist army. So it'll include a spear, a sword, two heads and a helmet. So you'll be able to potentially make 3 different looking characters with it. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have another Horrid army builder. It's the Horrid infantry. So they're a little less sophisticated than the Ravagers. Those will also come with 2 heads. So you'll be able to like have a little bit of variant, a helmet, shield, and a big broadsword, so he'll kind of like be able to dual wield that. And then we will have our Chinori Centurion, which they are the royal guards for the matriarchs of House Chinar. They're clad in gold and they have a white cape and a big gold shield. There's only 8 of them at any single time, so they're like the highest honor for that house, to guard the royal house. And then we move on to the Horrid Brute, which is an evil gorilla. So if you didn't get Thane and you really want a gorilla, this will be your opportunity to get a big old chunky boy. This one actually, Thane's fists are just bare knuckles. This one, his fists come with brass knuckles, and it's one of the things that I just absolutely love about that character. It is just a straight repaint of Thane, but I just absolutely love that figure. I've got 2 of them on my nightstand. I just kind of like look at it and kind of giggle, like big chunky army builders, So we'll kind of use those to like even out the odds whenever they've got a bigger army that they're going up against. And so those are the figures for Wave 3. And then we'll also be offering armor sets. So if you're not super satisfied with your ancient figures just having their skirting, you'll be able to add greaves, gauntlets, and in some cases they'll have like shoulder pads or like a strap or something. So you'll be able to further kind of customize your army builders or make your own completely own character depending on what you want, Mm-hmm. And we'll have probably a case of each armor variant. There's 3 different armor variants, and we're hoping to have a case of each figure from Wave 3 as well. So we'll have 2 cases of Wave 1 and 2 figures, and then 1 case each of Wave 3 at PowerCon.
Awesome. So the question that I wanted to bring up is, so General Thane, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? For those who hasn't read the comics yet, like, can you
guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me? We lost him. So when he comes back, I'll ask this question again. But for those who don't know, Wave 3 is currently available on helladopetoys.com. Right now, we're looking at, I think he's saying September is the expected date for arrival. So if you guys are looking to add some more of those army builders to your AWOCs, go order them right now. So then we can ship to you all the goods. Ted. Hey, he's back.
Okay, Jason's back. That's good.
Jason's back.
That's good.
Back. Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
So the question I was asking before you cut back out was, can you give a quick backstory on General Thane? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is the Horde brutes like their like ultra ego? Like, can you fill us in on that one?
Sure. So General Thane is second in charge to House Chinar. His wife Mala is the leader of House Chinar, and their adoptive son is Pale, who's the main character of the story. So he's definitely a good guy. The helmeted head, where he's kind of like, gnashing his teeth, is a portrayal of him in the final showdown for Wave 5. For issue 5, which is the last story, or the last issue of the first story arc. So that's him, like, ready to do battle. With the big showdown. The Horde brutes are basically, House Horde is the main villain. The main antagonist of the series. Kali is the main bad guy, and the Horde brutes are basically, the muscle of the army. So they'll be kind of sent in if they're facing any kind of like overwhelming odds or anything. They'll enter the battlefield and kind of just like clear out, the numbers and everything, and make sure that their conquest is a successful campaign.
Okay, awesome. All right, Ted, sorry, back to you, sir.
Cool. So just a real quick shout out to I'm gonna throw this up here.
Nuts. Sorry.
I want to give a shout out to Random Diorama, who just bought
thank you.
4 comics. So Random Diorama, and he won't admit this because he's a humble man, but he is quite possibly the best diorama maker
wow.
right now. And if he wants to fight me about it, fine, we'll put you in the top 5. But Random is mine one.
Does he have an Instagram? I'd love to check it out.
He does. Random Diorama on Instagram. Huge following there. He does Instagram lives as well as YouTube.
Cool. That's awesome.
Where he's making stuff, but he is currently looking into the lore of such things as the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom and Valaverse, and possibly some Four Horsemen stuff to potentially maybe design some things for the community and help them.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Build out their stuff. So I don't know if he has started any of that yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And all of you should check out Random Diorama if you have not, or as we call him around here, Radnom. And go give him a follow and go check it out. And if you are interested in a diorama based off of your favorite current toy line, go harass him, and maybe he can do a business deal with you, and you could be the first person to have an AWOC diorama for your photography.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna pull that back down. I don't even know where that went. Where did it go?
Good job.
And how do I undo this?
You push the button again.
Okay, sorry. The chat was blowing up and it got away from me. Okay,
I understand.
So
I'm glad I can hear you guys now, though. So, like, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, I turned the volume up on my mic a little bit, so get a little.
Nice.
I just keep pointing this way, and it probably looks really awkward on camera. So, Jason, I want to talk about a potential line war at PowerCon. So last year at PowerCon, Four Horsemen had their exclusive, and there were 2 lines at PowerCon. There was the line to get in, and there was the line to get to Four Horsemen, which was right by your booth, so you got to chat with a whole bunch of people, which was probably good for business for you. Yeah. But with Four Horsemen,
it worked out great for me.
With Four Horsemen there, and then Valaverse was there, who also had a line at Valicon, and now you have an exclusive as well. People might be torn on which line to hop into. Are you expecting a line for your exclusive? And do you think you can put a dent in some of these other lines that may be there?
Well, I think Four Horsemen are the rock stars of the PowerCon. So I don't think we'll be able to compete with that. That's where I'd like to be ideally. That'd be freaking awesome. And Valaverse their convention exclusive looks awesome, by the way, and they're gonna have it at their booth. So I'm not anticipating some sort of line for exclusives at our booth because our PowerCon exclusive, if I understand correctly, it's gonna be at a PowerCon booth. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. I'll actually have to ask Val about it. I'm not completely positive. So I could be saying totally. I could be completely wrong. If the exclusives are actually at our booth, it should be fine. We'll have the booth laid out to where there's like a nice little line where people can like look at the dioramas and pick out any other items that they want while they're waiting in line. So it should be. I don't know. You're making me nervous now.
I just because I mean I don't know how it works, to be honest. The only PowerCon I've ever attended was last year, and Four Horsemen had everything at their booth, so I just assumed that you would have it there. And they're like, you walk in the door and suddenly you're torn. Like, where do I go first? Like an amusement park,
Yeah, and I don't know what the layout's going to be yet. So, if our booths are all right next to each other, it might be this kind of confusing thing where, people might be waiting in the wrong line for the wrong item. But I'm sure Val's got it all under control. Which, I don't know. I'm just worried about getting all my stuff there. You know what I mean?
Well, again,
I might really take you up on shipping our stuff. It's a lot, though.
We can help to a degree.
Yeah, let me know what you can do. No pressure.
Because my warehouse is already a little full. Aaron probably has a little bit more room than what I do.
I do.
But I don't want to get him in trouble with his future
just
wife.
Volunteering stuff.
But yeah, no, if we can take some of that load off your hands, we're more than happy to do so. Now, so it's your second year at PowerCon. They have announced the lineup of all the guests and essentially all the toy vendors and companies that will be there. Is there anybody that you're looking forward to maybe meeting for the first time? Anyone where you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I'm going to PowerCon. I get to go maybe meet this person.
So my headspace doesn't really work like that. My headspace is like, so whenever I get there, I want to make sure that the booth is all set up. I want to make sure all the products good, like everything looks good. And then my brain will kind of like blossom into like this nice little thing where I'm like, oh, let me look and see who's at this show. I mean, like I obviously know that like Four Horsemen and Valorverse are there because, we've talked about it a couple of times, not just us, but, we've talked about it and seen it online. I'm really excited about Savage Crucible being there. I know they've got, they had such an amazing Kickstarter. So, and I'm friends with Rob, so I'm excited to see what his booth is going to look like. Excuse me. I'm excited about seeing, Simple Tricks. They do like professional cosplay. You might have seen them last year. It was, they were Merman and Tila. Their cosplays look amazing. So I'm excited about seeing them. I'm of course excited about seeing you guys and all the fans. But right now my headspace is really in like worrying about, our banners are coming in tomorrow. So like we've got 3 big giant banners. Our dioramas are like 90% done, but we've got like a month. So I want to make sure that, wave 3 is delivered to the hotel because it's probably going to be like that tight. It's going to be going directly to the hotel or convention, not to my warehouse and then there and everything. So yeah, my brain's just like really tied up in all of those logistics right now. And then, once everything's set up, then I'll kind of have fun and have a second to breathe and then actually enjoy the convention.
Mm-hmm. So Sunday.
I have a feeling that like around lunchtime Saturday, I'll be like, okay, I got to walk around and like stretch my feet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Awesome.
Now, are you coming in Thursday for setup, or are you coming in Friday?
I will be. Yeah, I'll be. Well, Derek and I are going to fly in on Thursday. I think Eddie's going to get there on Friday, and so will Cato. So if everything goes to plan, the booth will be set up on Thursday, and we'll just be kind of just going over where everyone's going to be and like, you know, how we want to do the checkout process, if anyone has certain questions, stuff like that on Friday before we open.
Awesome. So you do have an exclusive. We have spoken of that so far on this stream, but can you tell us about it's Tanger, right? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
So Tanger is our convention exclusive. He's a big orange gorilla that is an homage to maybe a certain character you might have seen in a very popular 80s cartoon. He comes with a brand new accessory. He comes with a whip with I don't want to say it's leather, but it's like a leather-like whip. So that's super exciting. It's just a fun, great homage figure, and I think it's very fitting for, you know, a PowerCon exclusive. So we're really excited to see people's reactions to it.
I ordered mine just in case. So
awesome! Thank you.
It'll be perfectly sitting next to my thing that's now have a permanent place on my desk.
Oh, that's awesome, man! I really appreciate it.
No, like I said,
we got to get that alternate head on there.
Oh yeah, I got it. I kind of got it on, but it's like I gotta like jam it in. But
I would heat it up. I have two of them, and like one of them's got his default head, and then the other one's got the helmeted head. And I don't remember if I had any kind of issue putting it on. But I mean, you're in a different area. If it's a little cooler, or so I would just warm it up.
The studio down here is pretty cold, so that's probably most of the reason there. But yeah,
it might factor in. I mean, just let me know if you have any trouble with it. I want to make sure it's not like a QC issue or something.
Yeah. It just took a minute.
Yeah.
I really had to. But we got some. Exactly. We got some things in the chat that I wanted to get to, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead. Let's go.
So Art wanted to know when my computer decides to load it, because it takes forever. Will there be any store AWOC exclusives, such as, I don't know, maybe a hella dope AWOC figure and hella dope colors? Just throwing out some ideas from the chat. Little purple, little gold. Yeah, no. Nothing crazy.
I don't know if you want to commit them to that. So our factory makes us, and this is across the board. Your factory is going to want like a minimum order. So, it's like, I think the minimum order is like 2,000 units or something like that. So, if a store is willing to commit to it, that's one thing. But then we also have to figure out, are we willing to bump a planned character to fit that into the schedule, So it's something we have to factor in. I like the idea of it, but, exclusives are kind of a fine-edged sword where it's like, offering too much in 1 year can be frustrating to customers, because now you're trying to track this figure you really want down, and it's hard to get. So right now, I think we're only going to do one exclusive per year. But I mean, the line's only been in hand since February, and it's taking off really fast. So I don't want to speak in absolutes, We'll see what happens. Ask me again this time next year. How's that sound?
Sounds like a good plan. I mean, we will also settle for, I don't know, armor. Just throwing out ideas.
I think armor. I think so. Like armor, a head pack, a weapon set. All of that stuff is way easier to do. So just keep that in mind.
You heard it here, Hello Dope fans.
We're writing that down. Aaron, we need to find money for 2,000 units.
Heard. So how many people are in our chat right now? We need to double, times 1,000 that.
There are 5 now.
The idea is to find an existing Marvel Legends or DC character that's got the logo's color scheme, and then put the mock up the armor or the weapon set or the headset, and then put it on one of those famous characters that shares the same colors,
Where's my Wolverine at? Yeah. I'm sorry, I got distracted here.
Yeah.
Aaron from Payne's Toy Samples wanted to ask, are we going to be getting any screaming heads with maybe some nostrils flaring and teeth, any teeth showing?
Yeah. So ideally, what I would like to do is have characters that have opening and closing mouths. The first one's the hyena, and then the second one's the lizard. But for characters that can't pull that off, like the Sapien figures or the cat figures, we'll probably need to do an actual static sculpt for that. And what we would do, or what I would like to do, is introduce a head like that on a main character first, and then in subsequent waves, maybe a wave or two after, introduce those as headsets. So if we do a screaming ape or a screaming cat, it would be featured on an actual full figure, and then 2 waves after that, it would be introduced as a supplement head pack that would complement a character from that wave. Hopefully that answers his question.
Well, we'll follow up if he puts anything in the chat. Jim Largo from Largo's Lair was asking, is there any chance for an AWOC comic figure combo pack?
I think that's a cool idea. We'd have to talk to the factory about. It would be just a simple clamshell, honestly. I think that would be something to propose to the publisher. It would be a fantastic promotion item. Especially if I don't want to throw out any kind of publisher's name, but they're all going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. So next year, we might be on issue 10 or something like that. So it would be so cool to have a figure package with issue 10, on as the card back or whatever. So
right.
It's a cool idea. I like that.
Jim just wants 10% of this idea. So, he'll also just take some figures.
I'll pay you in bananas.
Hey, I'll take bananas. That's cool.
Yeah, but you didn't wait. You didn't let me finish. They're not ripe bananas.
Damn it! I mean, how unripe is the banana though? We're talking half.
We're talking green. We're talking it looks like a plantain green nasty banana. One of my friends made me eat an unripe banana one time. It was horrible. Oh my god.
I mean, I might take one for the team.
Yeah.
Highly Articulated says that unfortunately he won't be at PowerCon. But brother, I got you. When Tanger is in hand,
I thought you were coming to PowerCon, dude.
Nah, I don't think he is. But I got him though. Tanger will be delivered to him. It'll be all right.
They didn't approve that visa.
If you want Adam to be at PowerCon, please email help@SperoToys.com.
They'll reach out to you within 24 hours. What else we got?
We'll put him in a one of those old school wooden crates with the hay inside of it, and the little holes on the side.
That's a good idea.
I feel like the Muppets did that, right? Am I crazy? Like, did the Muppets do that, or was that from Madagascar? I can't remember.
I know they did it in Madagascar for sure. Just because
Yeah, Madagascar. That's what it was. Oh my god, the cat is going crazy.
A couple other suggestions. They're just throwing it out there. One would be vehicles, maybe, or
so we have three different mounts designed. It's the kind of thing where, it's we tried to design them where they were essentially a deluxe figure as far as like how much space is it going to take up in the box. So like if you look at like Thane's box, something in that, and taking up that amount of real estate, you might have to like plug the legs in or something like that, for certain figures, or plug wings in or something. But we've got three of them designed, but they're not like slated in any kind of wave or like sculpted or anything like that yet.
Okay. So another one, and I mean, really, this one's a really good idea, and especially with, you're talking apes and gorillas and such.
Right.
Anything with like gripping feet.
I've got that question a lot, and I think it's an awesome idea. But the problem is what's the grip standard? Like, is it the same as like the hand C, the C grip for the hand, or what are people intending on having it grip? Is it giving like a pencil or a broom mop, or a mop handle? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure what we should gauge that grip on. So is it an awesome idea? Yeah, for sure. But I don't know like what to make it,
multiple feet that you can. I mean, because there are some very creative people in this chat. I mean, you've seen
yeah, like Toys. I think it's a cool idea. I need someone said that you could even do a do like package a figure like upside down, where they're gripping something that's like an official like sculpted branch or something like that. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a good solution to it. It's something that I would have to talk to like the sculptors and the production manager about, and just bounce ideas over what would get the most overall use out of it. Like where you could attach it to several things. I guess once we figure that out, then we could pretty easily do it,
Okay. Fair enough. One more. Any thoughts or ideas about potential play sets?
So a play set is something that I am not interested in us officially doing. I think the diorama community makes something that's like so much better than, something that we could package. It's a very, very big risk for us financially. The tooling's super expensive. And, to do something, in my opinion, that would be right, I would want it to be, a lot of times we see vehicles and play sets and stuff like really weirdly scaled where they don't particularly work correctly with the toy. Mm-hmm. And like, that's like a pet peeve of mine, and I understand why it's done, but I think that the diorama community could, much better serve that, that demand,
Okay, perfect. Also, the Briscoe, welcome. We saw you earlier. The chat's been blown up, man. A lot of familiar faces back in there. No Chewing, I saw you in there. Radical Toys is also here. Man. A lot of good people in the chat today.
Thank y'all so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for bearing with my horrid internet connection.
Hey, it's holding fine now, so we're good.
One last question that is directed to you particularly. Will you be looking to go pinless in the future?
Okay, so it depends. Like if you look at Thane is pinless. The reason we decided to use pins on the standard figures was for part what's the word for it? It's so that we can mix and match parts. Let's see real quick. So, well, this figure doesn't have it. Hold on. I've got some Masterverse figures next to me, and I don't know if these are pinless. But the reason we decided to go with the pins is because we wanted to be able to mix and match, specifically like the forearms on the figures, and it was a compromise that we made, and our kind of solution to using the pins was to make them as flush as possible and to try to hide them a little bit. So as the line gets more well known and more popular, we will try to start factoring pinless across the board. But for waves 1 and 2, we really wanted to make sure that we could really get a lot of use out of it, and that's why they do have the pins in them.
And then Mr. DarkClaw, this is a question for us in regards to if one day, somewhere in the future, we get enough to spend lots of money on 2,000 figures.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull it up. It's from Jim. He says, if we can get an AWOC exclusive, what are our spirit animals?
Well, Aaron, do you want to answer that first?
Oh, well, I mean,
it's a great question, Jim.
It is a great answer. I guess it depends. If we're kind of staying in the line of like what's out right now, since I haven't read the comics, so I'm sure there's some things that are coming. But I love tigers. Tigers have always been like my number one animal. Also dragons. I love dragons. I have tons of dragon stuff in this room. I just haven't put it up. But those will probably be like my 1 and 2. Tiger,
you like Asian dragons or European dragons or just any kind of dragons?
Oh, Jason. You're about to open Pandora's box on this question. I hope my wife isn't watching. No, I fancy the Asian dragon.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. DarkClaw?
I am a wolf fellow, and random beer is my spirit animal most of the time. Yes,
true that.
I guess a drunk wolf that would be the case. But surprisingly, like I've never been into werewolves or anything like that. I just like the lone wolf aspect. I don't know, just always felt relatable to it. But yes,
but you don't like Baron Corbin?
No,
lone wolf.
He actually makes me not like it. The best thing Baron Corbin has done is give me a head for my custom Sunny figure. So
that's cool.
That's the best. I just ripped it off of the Sunny channel, just did what he did. But yeah, it's the only custom I've ever done, and it's probably the last custom I will ever do. But it has a Baron Corbin head. But this is Sunny from Idiocracy. Go check out the
awesome.
But yeah, that is my answer. Wolf with I don't know. He's a cool wolf who brings a 6-pack to all the parties, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Gets thrown out all the parties.
I'm just catching up on some of these messages that I didn't read earlier. So some of these are hilarious.
No, the chat has been killing it tonight. I told them they are absolutely cracking me up. And I'm sitting here like Laser Pants was also just killing me. I'm trying to sit here, ask Jason questions. I'm trying to be.
I'm getting roasted so bad, my butthole hurts.
Try to be professional, and all these people are just like, I'm trying to talk, and then
I'll be wearing contacts to PowerCon. I hope you're happy.
One more. I didn't see this. I was on another screen. But if you're not going to do play sets, have you thought about like doing other dio pieces like Clone Vats or Kali's chair?
Yeah, I definitely want to do those. So this, I don't want to spoil what we're doing this year, but excuse me. This year we're doing 2 scenes from issue 1. So we're figuring that a lot of people haven't read the comic yet, and they'll be picking up like digital versions of the comic book during the convention. so it'll be kind of fresh in their mind, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's the part from the comic and stuff," you know. So my goal is, this time next year when we do our dios, we'll do Jadu's laboratory, and then maybe something else from later on in the comic. I'd love to do. Well, you haven't read the comic, but there's like a lot of airships and stuff in it, so it'd be kind of cool to do like one of the floating pirate ships, or one of the rescue ships that are, they're basically like floating pirate ships. So I think that would be an awesome diorama, especially for like some sort of battle or something,
13th Prince brought up a question off of my response. He says, dragons. So does the AWOC AI ship account for dragons during the mutation or animal conversion?
So if you read the comic, you'll notice that none of the animals that, the animals are essentially like human animal chimera. So you'll notice in the comics that like none of there's any kind of like grazing animals or anything. They're not, an animal that we would see. The AI can make any kind of chimera it wants to. So you'll see there's kind of like an ogre-like creature in issue 2. And basically it just allows our sandbox to kind of make any kind of creature that we want to make. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Brick, I swear. So he says, yeah. And I walk in and Jason's complaining about his burning butthole. Good times. Good stuff. Scott Baker.
That was that was an unofficial Tushy promo. Promo code Burning Beehole.
Burning Beehole. Do not go on our website. That's not a promo code that actually works. I promise you. Maybe I'll put it in there tonight. I'm making like a secret promo code.
And quick shout out to Brick, because I already said this. I said this at the beginning of the show, but I was watching Brick tonight, and he was picking up his microphone. He was just chilling, and so Brick, I'm stealing this. I'm going to borrow this from you because I like this.
The production that he does for the comics is amazing. Like whenever I saw the first one, I reached out to him and I was like, dude, I'm going to send you the pages without the word bubbles on it so that you don't have to like edit that stuff out. Cause it was just like, I was just blown away with what he did with those. Him and Adam have just like knocked it out of the park. It's a real pleasure to watch them analyze each issue and kind of see listen to the voiceovers and all that stuff.
Well, go ahead, Aaron.
Oh no, go ahead. I'll come back to this.
I was going to say that it brings me to my next question in regards to the comic, because Adam highly articulated and Brick something convinced me to read the comics because I wanted to watch their show.
Oh, cool.
And I also didn't want it to spoil anything. So I partook in your 4th of July sale. I got all 4 issues.
Oh, thank you.
And I read them all while I was at my in-laws because I thank you for giving me comics to read while
Say
I was
no more. Understood.
And so I'm really into the comic now, and I am curious because you were talking about San Diego Comic-Con next year having issue 10. What is kind of the release date schedule for issues, whether they're digital or hard copy or whatever?
So, I would like issue 1 hard copies to be in stores on January 1st. And then we'll just kind of roll in from there. That way we're not launching in the middle of 2023, and it'll give us a nice buffer to make sure that there's no like delays between issues or anything. Because I would really like it to be, a monthly release. So we'll have like a 5-issue buffer to have issue 6, 7, 8.
Perfect. So when can we expect issue 5?
So I think we're on page 8 of issue 5. We've been kind of slow rolling it because we're kind of wrapping up this story arc, and there's a lot of new locations that we're like. A lot of times we'll virtually scout locations where they're meeting the Makers Guild, which we've only talked about, and now we're gonna like see the Makers Guild, and we were kind of bouncing around like ideas of like, do we want like a European style village? Do we want like a Mediterranean style village? And then a lot of times we'll do like an amalgamation where like we'll pick certain things that we like and mix and match stuff. So what's up, dude? How's it going, man? Are you enjoying Texas? So we'll because we're like wrapping up the story arc, we're taking a little time to kind of really build out those set pieces. But yeah, I mean, we're on page 8. I think we're doing like 2 pages a week. So it'll probably be maybe like end of August or something before we have 5, and it'll be a digital version. So you won't have to wait like a whole year or whatever to finish up the story arc. It's just as far as like the physical printed versions, that will be later on in 2024.
Now, I understand that you're limited on the actual physical copies that you might have, but will you have any physical copies at PowerCon?
If we do, it'll just be what's left over from the Kickstarter backers. So, it might be something like 25 of each issue. So if it's something that y'all are interested in, it's going to be a first come, first serve type of thing.
Perfect.
That's fair.
So apparently I'm the only one that has not read the comic now. Thanks, asshole.
You are.
Golly, man. What the hell, dude?
Fucking dick. Jim Largo brought up a question that I like. You talked about mounts earlier. You've got 3 that's in the works. One that he mentioned was kind of like a war elephant.
Yeah, we don't have anything that's that big in the comic yet. So the biggest vehicle in the comic that we've showed off so far is probably about the size of like as far as like people filling it out, I would say something like maybe like an Abrams tank, it is a mech, so it's kind of like the bug tanks from Ghost in the Shell, kind of similar to that, but it is taller. Okay. So we haven't done anything that's like quite that epic yet. My phone died. My phone died. Bye. I love y'all. Eat your green beans.
So his phone died.
So I'm guessing that's the end of that.
You're supposed to charge your phone, Jason.
Jason, do you not have a charger? Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see if he comes back. And real quick, I missed this earlier. The chat was flying, but A Punk with Toys is giving away a Thane figure, so you can go to his YouTube channel. I believe there's a specific video that you need to go comment on, and you will have a chance to win. I believe that's this Monday. If Lawrence is still here, he can correct me. But you have a chance to win a Thane, which is honestly a great deal if you get that.
Wait. There was some rumbling in the.
No, that was just him disappearing. That was him fading into the abyss.
So, let's be fair. He survived an hour and 43 minutes with some gaps in between. So
no, he did a good job. He did a real good job. We're very proud of Jason for pulling through, and doing the thing. And now I kind of I don't know where we're at now, Aaron.
All right. I guess we're having an after party.
No, we're not having an after party. I have to get up early.
So do I.
Well, let's hit up the chat, and then we can. If Jason doesn't pop back in, then we'll wrap it up.
Well, that didn't have anything. That was everything.
That was it. That was it, chat. That was it. I steal bricks, move with the microphone, and that's all we get.
Yes, it is confirmed tomorrow night on A Punk with Toys. So make sure you do the thing that you need to do the thing to win a thing.
Yeah, do the thing to win a thing. That should have been his slogan. Do the thing to win a thing.
Yes.
He
I
should
come
have
up with those
consulted
things
you.
every once in a while.
He should have consulted you. And
I mean, Jeremy,
okay, I won't touch the buttons.
yes. Ain't no after party like a Hello Dope after party, man. If you only knew.
Yeah, Jeremy was supposed to join us last week, but he was busy. He was busy to being a responsible adult for once. So we will cut him some slack there. But man, last week was a wild show. If you got 3.5 hours to burn, go check that out.
Yeah, I dropped some knowledge on some people.
Aaron dropped some knowledge on people. Like I was taking notes.
13th Prince, if you go to thepowercon.com, there should be a link to PowerCon exclusives that you should be able to order any that are still available. Thepowercon.com.
And then shout out to Alice and Troy for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate your visit.
Absolutely. Well, that's all I got because our guest is not here.
Our guest is not here. Well, what do you want to promote, Aaron?
We got a Discord, man. We started a Discord, and Ted forgot to put it in the description. Don't worry, I got it covered. It's there now. So
thank you.
If you want to come hang out with some hella dope people and talk, some toys, some wrestling, show off your toy photography or customs that you've created, and we're creating more channels as we go. We're always listening to the peeps. Come join us. The description or the link is in the description right now. Come hang. The Legacy of Nerd. Hey, welcome. But yeah, that wave 3 of AWalk is on the site right now. Get those pre-orders in so I can tell Jason how many of these awesome things that we need to order. PowerCon.
Help us get to 20,000 so we can buy an exclusive.
2,000. We gotta get to 2,000.
Oh, okay. Well, that's way easier. 2,000
figures is what we'd have to order to get a Hello Dope exclusive.
Yeah, that's easy. We got that, right?
Yeah, we got it. It's right over there.
We gotta beat that one really big nerd fella to it.
Damn it.
All right, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Keep going.
Fuck. Damn you, Teddy. Anyway, so yeah, Discord, wave 3 of AWalk, Brick and them are all promoting. They are in the Hella Dope Discord. So if you want to chat with Brick and Adam and all those cool peeps, come join. It's fun.
Yeah, Jeremy's in there.
Jeremy's there.
Axiom Figs is in there.
Yeah.
Realm of Toys is in there. Laser Pants is in there.
He is.
Oh my goodness, we got.
I'm
not
great
there,
people.
I
left yesterday.
I got banned actually.
You're not allowed back in. You can only read. You can no longer make comments.
Embarrassing.
Very. Necro Boogie. Yes, all of Wave 3 is currently up right now on the website for pre-order. You don't want to drop the bag right now. All you gotta do is put 10% down. That's it. 10% down secures your pre-order. We will send you out the invoice when it lands so that you can have time to, save the dollars and, not have to fork it out unless you want to. We give you multiple options on how to make your payment, but it is all up right now under the Animal Wars of the Kingdom. Hiya G.I. Joe. No, we are not. I looked into it. It's just not beneficial to carry it currently. Not to say that we won't ever do it. It's just not right now.
What else you got?
That's it, man. That's all I got.
Cool. So first, I want to thank Jason from Spero Toys for joining us. It was a very last-minute thing. Again, It's Chad was originally slated to hang out with us tonight, and he had life kind of do something. I don't know what, but he is on a brief hiatus, and we are hoping whatever it is that he is going through, it's all good over there. And Chad, we love you. We appreciate you. We are going to get you on the show as soon as you are back and ready. But, Jason was a trooper and, said, yeah, I got you guys. So we really appreciate that. We understand his internet was rough, but I think if you've watched Jason interview, his internet is rough. And I think his internet pulled through pretty damn well for us tonight. And like I said, he really bailed us out of a spot here. So we are thankful to Jason.
Yes.
Next week is a big one, kids. So buckle up, because the quest for PowerCon continues with Laser Pants and Bobby Vala from Valaverse. And we're going to be talking more PowerCon with 2/3 of the 3POA next Sunday. So make sure you tune in for that one, because, man, it's going to be crazy. The week after that, we have Ostradamus Toys and Battle Ram Blog talking about He-Man lore, and the joys of being a fan of PowerCon and the experience that you might have. And then we will wrap up the quest for PowerCon with Toy Bro. And then Aaron and I will do our show.
I mean, like I said, I'm impressed that Toy Bro said, yeah, man. I'm like, I've followed this dude before we even started this business, and I'm like, man, Toy Bro got all the news.
Yeah, so we're excited to have Toy Bro on, and that will be our last guest for our quest for PowerCon. We will do one pre-show before PowerCon, the week before PowerCon, to talk about all the things that we still have not done to prepare for PowerCon, freak out a little bit. So that will be just Aaron and I hanging out as we, get to the top.
We're climbing
for our quest for PowerCon. But that's all I got. Go to the Discord, like Aaron said.
Yeah, come hang out. Like I said, I mean, tons of stuff to talk about. Like say, if you even just there's a general chat section just to talk general stuff. Yeah. If you want to talk toys, we're all there. Just come hang out.
Make fun of Mikhail's mom with us. It's fine.
Oh, Mikhail's mom. I think that's becoming more of a thing than the poop line is.
Oh, it's gonna be a topic next week. Let me tell you, Bobby's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
Yep.
Cool.
But yeah. All right, guys. Once again, I am the one and only Blacknight. That guy over there is Ted DarkClaw. We are helladopetoys, and we will see you guys next Sunday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, don't forget Punko Toys tomorrow night. Try to win that thing.
Yeah. Go to the thing to win the thing.
Go to the thing to win the thing from the guy that has the thing.
Yeah. All right. Love you all.
Peace out.
Bye.